All right, we are broadcasting live on YouTube. Hopefully, we're going out to all you YouTubers. Today, we're talking about a couple of fantastic new apps that I found. We'll take a look at that now. All right, so here we are on my desktop. Now, the first one I'll talk about is called TunnelBear. And TunnelBear basically allows you to um, fool your ISP into thinking you're from another part of the world. It's a free download. You get 500 megabytes per month, unless you do one of the promotions, in which case it's going to give you an extra gig. There's a Twitter option. You can tweet for an extra gigabyte of RAM or of space bandwidth. That's the word. Tweet for an extra gigabyte of space within the app. What that does is it gives you an extra gigabyte of transfer, up or down, whatever it is. So we'll go ahead back to the interface here. First, we'll actually show you where to get it from. You're going to open up your browser. Open up your browser. And you're going to search for TunnelBear. I believe it's one word. There it is, TunnelBear. You go ahead and you can sign up for the account here. Download it. It's got some really good features. It's got some privacy features and whatnot. But you can basically access data that's only accessible to certain parts of the world if you're in those parts of the world. So that's kind of cool. I used it the other day to browse some UK sites that are only available in the UK, which was really kind of cool. I got some pretty cool information, a couple of great apps that are only available in the UK based upon your IP address. Now, TunnelBear will fool that, but again, it'll also give you the chance to block some other malicious code, malicious programs, and stuff that's going on, with some of those sites. As we all know, the internet's an inherently dangerous place. It's available for Android, iPhone, iPad, it works PC and Mac, so it's pretty much across the board, available everywhere. Now, the other one is called OpenEMU. And if you were born in the 80s, you had an NES. If you were lucky, you had an NES. Or any other game systems. Super Nintendo, or Sega Genesis, Game Boy, Game Gear, any of the above. Well, there is an emulator called OpenEMU that will allow you to play all of the above. All of their listing right here. Go ahead and switch the view. Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Gear, Neo Geo. Neo Geo is an older one. Nintendo DS, NES, Sega Master. A lot of the obscure ones, a lot of the older ones And the link, as you can see up here, is openemu.org. And you can download that and go ahead and play it. Now, I did download it. I found a couple of games. I'll open up the interface here. Flip the camera around for you. This is the interface that you're going to get. And as you can see on the side here, any of the kind of things that you have going on. I did download some regular Nintendo games. Bubble Bobble. You can go ahead and open that up. Now you can use a gamepad, but it's really kind of designed for keyboard and mouse. So old school Bubble Bobble. Kind of cool. Like I said, if you're born in the 80s, you're very familiar with Bubble Bobble. So kind of cool. Any of these emulators, any of the emulator files, you can get by just doing a Google search. They're pretty much everywhere at this point. Just put into your, into your browser, into Google, whatever, NES games or NES ROMs. They're called ROMs. Read-only memory. You're not going to be able to write to the game. You're not going to be able to modify the code unless you have that capability and that knowledge to modify that code. Then you're going to be able to do that. Otherwise, it's pretty much read-only, and that's what you're going to be able to do. But they have Game Boy, like you saw the list earlier, Game Boy, Virtual Boy, NES, any of the other ones available, that were from the 80s, kind of 8 and 16-bit games, not like the 3D third-person shooters that we have now. That's what we grew up on. What else? I had another one that I wanted to show you guys. Here it is. Adapter. Now, with current multimedia the way it is, each different system has their own proprietary way of doing things. So you're left finding ways to convert different files to different formats and whatnot. And here's one that I found called Adapter. And I'll drop all the links to the saved show notes for this later on after this saves and uploads. But Adapter, you pretty much drag and drop your file into here that you're going to want to convert. You can choose from different destinations if you have a custom folder. Like I said, you can drag and drop, probably the easiest. You can go ahead and modify the settings down here. There's also a lot of presets that exist that you can just go ahead and it covers pretty much every single format that's out there. Cell phones and Sony products and Nooks and Kindles, anything you can imagine. They have a format for. So, one to check out. If you're doing a lot of conversion, you may want to check that out. For you, I'll drop a link down below in the show notes after it publishes. What else? That's pretty much all we got, guys. Just a couple of really great apps. Like I said, I'll drop links down below where you can check them out and get them if you'd like. But really, just a first. You know, we're able to finally broadcast live on YouTube, which is kind of cool. I haven't been able to do that before, but that's all. That's all thanks to you guys. You know, subscribing and hitting the like button down below. Keep doing that, letting us know that you like it. If you have any, you know, thoughts or comments or, you know, suggestions, drop them down below in the comment section down below. So until next time, keep it real.